How are y'all doing? This is Philip Neidlinger, KA4KOE, with your radio hazard update for today. Now you might wonder, why am I wearing sunglasses? Well, my eyes are bloodshot. No, I haven't been smoking massive amounts of marijuana. It just doesn't sleep too well in here on the futon, which is behind the camera. It's basically akin to a stretching rack that the Spanish Inquisition might employ to extract confessions, or should I say, coerce confessions. And if you recanted your confessions, more joy was in store for you, namely being burned at the stake and other niceties. Well, this is basically my mad scientist lab here. We've got the Collins gear on the left, right. And we have the AM gear on the left. Here's the Flex 6300, which is now used basically as a very expensive pan adapter to monitor the AM transmitter. You're hearing WWD right now, 15 megahertz on the 75A4 Collins. We'll switch over to the Collins KWM2A. My favorite radio station in the whole wide world, and I'm sure it is for a lot of other hands. Instead of top 40 rock and roll when I was a teenager, I listened to WWD. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. We had the monitor turned off because, frankly, it overloads the sensor on the camera. We also have all sorts of supplies here, but this is a radiological summary for today. Turn down my favorite radio station. This is a hot dog probe that I bought from George. I believe it's call signs K0FF, a very pretty chrome hot dog probe. For what we're doing here today, this is not really suitable for our purposes. We have it wrapped in cellophane. All your instruments that have internal components that can be contaminated by me have to be covered in cellophane. This is saran wrap, and this is one of my wife's ponytail elastic holders, whatever you want to call it. We're not using the hot dog probe. This is the least sensitive of my probes in response to Mrs. Gamma Beta. Okay, so we'll put that aside. Here is a 3-inch scintillator probe made by IRAD Inc. out of Florida. This is predominantly a gamma-only probe, exceptionally sensitive. We won't be using this either today because it's too sensitive. We'll set that aside. Finally, we come to the Ludlam 44-9 pancake probe. This is a decontamination probe. Lets you know what items are contaminated, and basically by me. It has a large pancake Geiger-Muller tube with a thin screen on the top. This probe responds to alpha, beta, and gamma. I checked the calibration of this against the Polomaster PM1208M watch, and the readings are fairly close in terms of radiation rate, which surprised me. I know this has not been calibrated against that in a very long time. Here's the front cover of the the 1112, and the girls at the nuclear medicine lab at Canada, oh, what an antique Geiger counter. I said, no, this is not an antique Geiger counter. They're actually still making analog instruments. Not everybody wants to spend upwards of $2,000 to $3,000 or more for a probe. You can get these used for under $500. It's a good basic Geiger counter with adjustable voltage for your various probe needs. So we have this set at 900 volts. This will run all of my probes easily. Eric, listen carefully. This concerns all the probes, okay? So listen very carefully, dear brother Eric. So we're going to give you a rundown of what I'm doing today. Let's turn on the audio. Hopefully you can see that. Now the head is turned away from me, and we're receiving right now about 200,000 counts per minute. Let me see, is that correct? No, that's 20,000 counts because that's on the 100 scale. Aimed away from me, the back of the pancake probe is basically a sheet of metal. So let's have you watch the needle as I rotate the probe in my direction. Climbing. Now, this is about 1.5 feet away from my chest, which seems to be where the majority of the radioactive iodine is collected. My extremities are not very radioactive. So let's put this up to my body. You can see it peeks out. So let's go to the 1,000 scale on this. Oh, by the way, we have cellophane on this as well to keep any perspiration, contamination out of the Geiger-Muller tube, which will render it useless. We're going to put this on my chest to get an exact reading of the level here. It's climbing. It's, let's see, it seems to be higher, lower torso, upper torso. Neck's still pretty high. That's about 200,000 counts per minute. Let's check the scale, if I can read it and I have my regular glasses on. Let's take off my red eyeball shading glasses here. That's about 50 millirem on that scale. Well, let's turn off the audio. That's frankly getting annoying. It's about 50 millirem on the middle scale. Used with a, you're seeing my eyeballs now. Used with a 44.9 probe, this is calibrated against this particular Ludlam scale. So we're still clicking hot. You can't even hear individual clicks. It's almost a scream, and it was even worse yesterday. I don't think I've come down very much in terms of my emitted dose. Of course, the half-life of iodine 131 and its various daughters is 8 days. Now, looking at my watch, let's put the watch against my body. Put it flat against the body so that the Geiger-Muller tube is parallel to my plane of emission here. That's a nice little phrase, plane of emission. And it's coming up 500 microsieverts roughly. So this watch, which is supposed to be calibrated, is very, very close to what we're getting on the Ludlam 12 with the Ludlam 44-9 pancake probe. So that's the summary for today. We have a large amount of gamma with a dash of beta thrown in. The beta is what does most of the damage to any errant thyroid cells that may be working in my body. Since my thyroid's already been removed, anything left is either good or bad. They have very little left. We're going to kill them all. And as one of the emperors during the Crusades said, kill them all, God will know his own. Maybe Charlie Howell can tell me which particular one that is, or that was. This concludes the Chernobyl radiological summary for today. This is Philip Neidlinger, Ka4KOE, and we're a member of the Alpha Beta Gamma fraternity. Good day, and God bless.